How's it going? Today is 6th of August, Tuesday, and we are taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities we can find. Let's take a look at some of those projects that might be interesting projects that was delivered recently, and this article was published today. That would be that would potentially case study example flush to fuel, transforming wastewater into hydrogen power. Wastewater have developed uh, an innovative solution to turn sewage into sustainable hydrogen energy. Let's try to understand it in today's video. Let's take a look at some of this project and what information was published. Bullet points and what we're going to be taking a look at in today's article that today with help of DASA funding wastewater fuels have developed unique innovation to harvest energy from wastewater. Next bullet point that the system uses stainless steel mesh rods in wastewater to break down organic materials into hydrogen ions, which are converted in hydrogen gas and stored in the rods. Perhaps. And the last bullet point that we proven throughout series of trials, wastewater is preparing for the production of a full-scale sewage facility to be developed at RIF Digby, right? So that's just an example of where the pilot project will take place and how potentially hydrogen can be produced. Let's try to understand it. And while reading an entire article, I guess every day people create, oh, okay, okay. We're gonna do our marketing. I'm not necessarily interested in reading this part, and we're gonna be doing our marketing, right? What's happening is most likely it's been funded by taxpayers, right? And most likely, so we can understand a little bit better of what kind of benefits that will lead to taxpayers, right? Entire article and the way how this article has been written, it seems like they're doing a lot of marketing, but perhaps there's a lot of opportunities in the sector. Then we're taking a look at wastewater and some of those governments, including UK, struggling right now, and they might be interested in supporting this kind of projects when it comes to solving some of these problems. But I don't know how effective this project is. I can see some numbers, perhaps you can take a look at it, but most likely the way how entire information will be presented, that would be like we were to sell this project, right? From drains to gains, importance of treating wastewater. So treating wastewater is crucial for protecting environment and ensuring health of both humans and animals. So that's very common sense approach, right? And why things would need to get to this point in the first place. So perhaps there's a lot of answers to be answered, but from that, in the quality treated wastewater has the potential of polluted water sources, damage ecosystems, and cause serious illnesses. Despite 80% of wastewater produced globally goes untreated, traditional wastewater treatment methods like mechanical filtration or physical sedimentation are efficient but can be energy intensive or costly to implement, particularly in the remote or challenging environments, right? So at least we understand issue right now, including UK and how wastewater. It's getting things are getting worse, right? So perhaps that would be one of the ways of solving this issue. In UK alone, about 2 or 3% of national grid energy is dedicated to treating wastewater, which requires 9,000 water treatment sites across the country, and represents a significant amount of energy used to treat sewage. If a method is existed to treat wastewater and simultaneously utilize it as a fuel source, it could have transformed the potential as a new energy source. This new approach could lead to wastewater treatment production producing more energy than it consumes, right? So not only that net positive but net plus, right? So how it can be done. But again, the entire project currently it's in testing phases, right? So I don't know if it actually works, right? To this point, no one's talking about how much funding was allocated to this project. I would be interested to find out to carry out this kind of testing, how much of the finances it would cost. But either way, I'll skip some of that presentation, and I don't know if this project will be successful. But we can delve deeper when it comes to some of the moving pieces. That will be how micro electrolysis cells work. Perhaps we can briefly take a look at those. Rod assembly it's immersed in water, wastewater. Friendly microbes colonize the outline of the rod. Organic matter consumed by microbes is covered into hydrogen ions. Hydrogen ions diffuse into the core of the rod. With the core, ions are converted into hydrogen gas. The gas collects into manifolds above the rod, ready to use, right? I don't know. So the not necessarily moving water. So water would need to be staying still, right? So it can be used perhaps or be effective to be used as a moving water or perhaps even filtration systems, right? From what I understand, but either way, so perhaps it's some of those ways of solving current crisis, right? When it comes to sewage water. Entire article is very long, and we don't necessarily we have enough time to cover everything in necessary detail. But that will be the circular economy and benefits for defense. As well as there might be some benefits to the government and or taxpayers who most likely are paying for it and no prototype development, right? It's good perhaps that they're launching different projects, including this particular one. Key advantages for defense: purifying waste stream that contains organic material, dramatically reducing the energy required to process wastewater. Okay, so there's still need for energy. Okay, removing contamination as it passes through our MEC reactor while converting waste into hydrogen energy. Minimal moving parts as low and or potential low maintenance, right? So okay, this part is good, but I think there's a lot of moving parts and there's a lot of maintenance, I believe. Individual rods in a treatment system can be repaired and replaced as needed, meaning that the system doesn't need to take out the service for repairs. Perhaps there is a time lifespan, so perhaps every 2 years or so, perhaps there is some maintenance required. The storage energy can be used on site, stored, compressed, distributed, or even utilized in the vehicles, right? So perhaps movement of it. I see a lot of benefits there. It can be also be used for numerous civilian applications apart from wastewater treatment, such as food waste, farm organic waste, and all industrial brewing waste, right? So perhaps there's more purposes, not necessarily all of those have been outlined to this point, right? What we can learn from this example, we can learn perhaps that if you have some great ideas and you're seeking for finances, perhaps there might be some opportunities when it comes to sourcing finances, including new initiatives being launched every day, and that was just an example of how you can potentially secure finances and solve existing real world problems. And there's a last bit when it comes to pipeline and the way how this particular project would progress. But I would rather take a look at full picture of how some of these projects and all problems can be solved, utilizing your knowledge and expertise in different fields when it comes to solving some of those issues. There might be some energy produced within this project, as well as they might be taking a look at how to clean some of that water. But again, so there's a lot of things, right? And how they can potentially solve some of those problems. But either way, let's close on that. Thanks for watching. See you next one.